Margaret's friend caught you in the back seat of a car kissing a guy.
About to turn into a boxing match, and I have ringside seats.
Be really honest. I already heard this story, and do you want to know how? Tell me. Through my husband.
Well.
Wait, why are you going like this?
Because you're a loser.
Look at you.
Look at you. Look at you. What happened, Teresa?
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Girl, what's going on?
Thanks. I'll do whatever I want. Listen to me. Anybody got it. You know what? You can kiss my big, fat flat ass.
I'm the sweet.
About everybody. I told her nothing. She could not like a bird, Margaret. And she'll sleep with a subordinate, and she knew that.
Shit!
I called Joe.
It's not gonna connect.
I called Joe a lot of things.
Like that, your eyes are like, what's the matter?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with you, sweetheart. Yo, hey, yo, back the up. Where's Teresa? Joe's trying to fight with me. He's trying to fight with me. Who? Joe.
Okay, girl, bye.
What the is going on? What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're gonna be talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey, the finale.
Y'all is over, y'all. Thank you, Lord.
The next episode is going to be on Teresa's wedding, so I mean that's going to be interesting because we already know really what happens. But when I say this episode, what was it, Flappers of Fury? It was messy from start to finish, and Watch What Happens Live was messy too. But y'all, let's get into the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's enjoy.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
All right, so the episode basically starts 12 hours after the whole party. So we see Melissa, she's talking to Dolores. She's like, Dolores is like, Melissa, like, so are you, you know, I know everything that happened, it was just so chaotic, da 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 da. Are you, is there a way that you're going to the wedding? And Melissa's like, girl, at this point, like, why am I going to the wedding? No, like, it is what it is. I'm done, I don't have the time. So it flashes back to like before the wedding, before the whole prohibition party. Everybody's arriving. And you know, we start seeing people show up, and like I said, Paulie, his house is amazing down. I heard that him and Dolores are looking for houses of their own because I think they're about to get engaged, this and third. But I'm like, hope he keeps the house because the house is still nice. So we see the majority of the girls, Melissa, Margaret, Rachel, Jen F, they're all, you know, they all get there first, and you know, they're at the party looks nice, and they're talking about Teresa and Danielle.
Teresa and Danielle. I don't know. Have you spoken to Danielle? I mean, I feel like she was okay at Teresa's shower. We were playing nice, but she was also crying.
And you know, they bring up how, you know, emotional Danielle was at the bridal shower because, you know, her whole brother situation, and they get annoyed, and I'm just like, why do you care? Okay, it's her brother situation. At this point, we should be done with it. Look, she crying about it, that's her problem, not you, right? And she's not even next to you, so I don't see how that's like bothering you. But you know, I guess it's a show. So, but you know, Danielle, she walks in, she says hi to, you know, Dolores, but remember, you know, in the back of her mind, she's planning on telling Melissa this whole thing.
Oh my god, this is unbelievable. I don't know what the dynamic is going to be tonight with Margaret and Rachel because there's still a lot of tension. So
you know, the guys gather around, and you know, they ask Joe, you know, has he seen Teresa? Has he talked to Teresa? He's like, no, I haven't talked to her, and I don't plan to. So we see the flashback. Teresa, she spoke, you know, about Antonia. He brings up the whole Antonia situation, but like I said, she wasn't saying anything bad about Antonia, but it was just giving context. Now, do I think she should have brought up Antonia? No, because I feel like the nieces, the reason why the nieces don't rock with Melissa and Joe is because of how Joe and Teresa's relationship is. That's just what it is. If it was my mom, I don't care. My mom could be right or wrong. I'm gonna stick by my mom 10 toes. But you know, Danielle, Melissa, and Rachel, they're all standing around, and you know, they talk about, you know, so you were like crying at their baby shower. Like, is everything okay? Like, what's going on? You know, Rachel also asked, like, you know, was your brother thing like the root of the whole drama that was in Ireland, because you were very mad about the situation? I want to know, like, is that the driving force of why you're so mad? And Danielle was like, you know, I was getting people to coming at me from different directions. So yeah, like, I was irritated because you had Margaret, people asking me these questions, the emotion from my brother. Like, I'm over here trying to battle all y'all. Rachel made a really good point, because she's like, you were mad at me telling Margaret about what you said, but you would have done the same thing.
You also have to give me a fair chance to say that if I said something negative about Jennifer Aiden, you would have told her. I wouldn't have.
And Danielle was like, no, I wouldn't have done it. It's like, that's BS, because you did it for Jennifer, you did it for Teresa. So I'm confused. So Rachel tells Danielle, like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you were being fed this information. You wasn't the root. You were just a puppet, basically. Danielle, at the end of the day, Danielle was a minion. Danielle was the puppet. She was the one that got gassed up by Jennifer, and Jennifer got gassed up by Teresa, and all this information from Laura, and she was the messenger. So I'm just like, at the end of the day, like, yeah, Danielle did spray it, but y'all gotta give something to Teresa and Jennifer too. But this is my whole thing with Rachel. When she made that point, I was like, it's a valid point, but why didn't she make that correlation sooner?
You didn't come up with that by yourself. And that was my point. It's like, she's being fed this by somebody. Like, I wanted her to just know what was being talked about. Right, okay.
You know, y'all were dragging Danielle. Why you bring it up? Why you bring it up? Why you bring it up? Y'all knew it came from Teresa and Jennifer. So now y'all want to be like, oh, well, you know, it's not all Danielle. So it's not all Danielle. But beforehand, it was all Danielle. But now Jennifer and Teresa got something to do with it. Y'all weren't giving her the energy. Margaret, you even said, oh, the reason why I going after Danielle, because she brought it up. Okay, she might have brought it up, but who started it? Let's come on now. So Danielle and Rachel, they are like, you know what, at the end of the day, we're going to just move forward. Like, you're cool people, our kids get along, let's just move forward.
I want to put that behind us. I really want to be good.
Rachel basically asked, like, you know, in Ireland, it seemed like there's a lot of stuff that were going on that made you feel this way. Like, is there anything else? And I feel like the producers, like, definitely put a bug in Rachel and Melissa's ear, because like, they're alluding, like, okay, is there something else? Is there something else? And Melissa said the same thing. She was like,
Like, is there something that we don't know?
Concerned for you. Things happen in Ireland, but I'm good now. Things that happen that we don't know about. Is that what you're saying, or no? Just.
So that's definitely producer had the hand in the pot, right? So, you know, Danielle was like, no, it wasn't really nothing. So they drop it. Everyone starts drinking, mingling, having a good time. We see Louis and Teresa, they walk in. Louis talks to everyone but Joe, and he just shades Joe. And Joe feels away. He was like, okay, he's over here not talking to me. That's weird. And I'm like, sir, y'all beefing. Why would you want him to talk to you in the first place? And that pisses me off, because y'all want to act so, oh, you see how he's not talking to me? Y'all been beefing this whole time. And you've been calling him fake, this and the third. And mind you, I'm not the biggest Louis fan, but I'm not the biggest Joe and Melissa fan either. So I'm just like, at the end of the day, y'all want to sit up here and act like, oh, well, they're doing this to me, but y'all have not been cool. Okay? Like, why would y'all want to be cordial? Like, if you're going to be real, just be real. Like, don't talk to me. Like, you know? So Teresa, you know, she's vibing. She's speaking to everyone. But you can tell Louis, he is definitely on 10. And if he's not on 10, he's at least at a 9. So you see Louis just walking around, and he's speaking to everyone, and he's just saying this like little things about Joe, and he's just like, yeah, you know, it's crazy that somebody would do that to his sister, just throwing jabs, and Joe's not even hearing it, but you know, at the end of the day, he's just telling everybody in the party and just bringing this toxic ass energy, right? I feel like with Louis, you're about to make the same mistakes that Melissa did. You're getting involved in a situation that, yes, she is your wife, and with Melissa, yes, that's your husband, but that's his sister. Don't get involved, because once you get involved, you're going to be the issue. Just stay out of it. Let them work it out. Let them handle it. You advise them from afar, but let them figure it out, because obviously, historically with his family, if you get involved, it ain't gonna work, right? So we see Jennifer and Danielle. They walk over, they start drinking, and Danielle's like, look, I'm gonna tell Melissa.
To tell Melissa what you told me. I feel like it's the right thing to do. No, but Danielle, you can't do that. I feel like I have to. If somebody was saying. Because
if somebody told a rumor about me, I want them to tell me. I want to know. And Jennifer's like,
no, don't do that. Don't, no.
You could tell in the inside, she's like, yes, come on, say it, bitch. Like, Jennifer's like, no, don't say it. Don't. I'm like, girl, come on now. So Jen's basically telling Danielle, you know, last year they did this to me. Nobody protect me. Nobody protect my family. Nobody cared.
Last year, for me to kind of do that to somebody else, I don't want to hurt a family. Nobody protected me. Nobody protected my children.
Jennifer, you're not realizing that you still said it on
the fuck
camera. You said it on camera, so regardless of the fact that we're going to see it. So you want to be like, oh, I would never, but you did though. You said it on camera. You knew what you was doing. So that's when you're just like, you want to play this little game. And at the end of the day with Jennifer, Margaret is always going to gather you. Now, you could verbally gather Margaret, but Margaret knows how to hit your hot spot. She gets your no-go zone every time, and you let her do it. Like at the end of the episode, when she over here said that about your husband and how he cheated, you over here ready just to, oh my God, my girl. Jennifer basically finally gives her the green light. She's like, okay, if you want to say it, you say it. Like, she was like, but you know, who are you going to tell that it came from? She was like, I'm going to say it came from Laura. She's like, good. Yeah, say it came from Laura. Yeah. Because she don't want to be in the mess, but you want to start it, right? So, you know, we all know it came from Teresa and Jen, so it is what it is. Danielle pulls Melissa to the side, right? Danielle's in her confessional. She's like, well, you know, when I tell Melissa this, I'm just thinking she's going to be like, oh, that's silly. Whatever. Let's go get some drinks, girl. Party on. Like, girl, do you not know what element you're in? This is the Housewives. We're going to use anything to make a moment, right? So I just feel like with Danielle, like, girl, you cannot be this naive. You can't be, right? So Danielle, she's like, you know, in Ireland, there was something that really made me, like, you know, affected me a lot. It was so bad while I had my mental going on. I was so emotional. And Melissa's like, it's about me? And she's like, yes, girl, it's about you. So at this point, she basically told her the rumor
that Margaret's friend caught you in the back seat of a car kissing a guy.
About that, you know, somebody saw her in the car with a man, and that Margaret has been spreading this rumor to Laura. So that's what Laura has said. So Melissa tells her, she's like, you want to know something that's funny? Is the fact that I already know this. I heard it from my husband. So I'm like, okay. So basically 6 months ago, Teresa told Joe this rumor behind Melissa's back, called her to the house. Basically, she's basically saying that, you know, trying to convince him to leave Melissa. So Melissa is like, her engine is revved and she mad. So Melissa goes down the list of the rumors about her, and she was like, you know, this is what people have been saying about me for years. They said I was a stripper. They said that, you know, I was meeting up with my ex. They said I was a gold digger. So she was just going down the list, right?
Accused of doing stuff in parking lots before. Said multiple times, your wife will leave you for a richer man.
So Melissa is basically done, and she feels that Teresa, you know, got her minion, facts, doing her dirty work. And, you know, Danielle, this is where Danielle lost me. She's like, at the end of the day, but why is Margaret not getting any of the heat? I'm like, girl, Melissa is loyal to Margaret. She's not going to turn on her. So it's like all you're doing is bringing more attention to Margaret and bringing her into the messes, which is what happened. So Margaret's
Like, I'm hearing my name. I'm hearing something. Who said? She's saying my name. I'm going to go confront her.
So without any context, that's why I didn't like about Margaret either. Without any context, Margaret came over. It's like, you over here saying my name. Why are you saying my name? What is going on? I'm just like, girl, at least get the context first and then go off. But you didn't even get the context. You don't know what they talking about. You just heard your name. Cool. She could probably say like, you know, I want to forgive Margaret. She's a cool girl. You didn't hear nothing. You just came in on rah-rah. Right? Margaret's basically like, why are you talking about Laura? You don't even know who she is. You don't even know her. I mean, the same could be said about you, Margaret. You're talking about Danielle's brother. You don't know her. You're talking about the receptionist. You don't know her. I mean, the same could be said. You're just using it to say this is where the information came from. Margaret, she's going off on Danielle. Danielle stands up and she starts pointing her finger at Margaret's face. And Margaret's like, get your finger out of my face. Get your finger out of my face.
I'll do whatever I want. Listen to me. Everybody got your number. What? Wait.
And Danielle didn't back down. And Danielle, she's like, you're the drama. She was like, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling what you said. And I'm like, Danielle, you got to realize historically, I don't know if you watch, what is it? 300 Spartans. Girl, historically, the messenger gets kicked in the pit. So, I mean, depending on what the message is, yeah, you can shoot the messenger. So everyone comes over confused. Rachel's like, what is going on? Doing all this, Melissa calms Margaret down. She tells her, like, girl, don't even go off on her. She might be messy and this and the third, but it's Teresa and Jennifer. So Melissa, she calls Jen and Teresa. She looking at them. She said, yeah, y'all are losers. Y'all are losers.
Wait, why are you going like this? Because you're a loser. You're trying to take Excuse me? Yes, you called my husband to your house to tell him.
You know, Teresa's very much delayed. Teresa's like, what are you talking about? What? I'm confused. Melissa's like, because you're a loser. You're a loser. So now Teresa's like, girl,
Excuse me?
you know how they do. Excuse me. Girl, you're excused. So Melissa calls, she's like, you call my husband, basically tell him that I was cheating on him, this, that, and the third. But one thing I did notice, because do I believe it? No, I don't believe it. But one thing I did notice is the fact that, you know, they said, oh, you know, Joe didn't believe it. I don't believe it. This and the third. But she never said it never happened. Now, maybe I need to watch it over, but I don't remember her saying that never happened. I would never do that. All she said was Joe would not ever believe that. Maybe it's a thought. I don't know. But she never said it never happened.
Wow. Wow. Did you see what she just did? Look at you. Look at you. Disgusting.
Melissa walks off. Melissa chases after her. And my whole thing, like with Dolores, like, girl, y'all doing too much. Where it's just like, this could escalate like that. It's already gasoline bubbling. All it takes is a spark and boom. And I don't think that was the right thing. You over here grabbing her arm. You're doing too much. And I'm just like, Melissa, if you want to fight her, just go ahead and just throw them hands. Because I ain't got time. Right. But, you know, Teresa in her confessional, and she's like, at the end of the day, I didn't call my brother. I told Louis not to call, but Louis called my brother. Louis talked to him. I didn't have nothing to do with it. Because like, they would have brought me up. They were going to blame me regardless. That's why they want Louis to do it. I do believe Teresa, because at the end of the day, Teresa, she's not that. Oof. Joe's in the corner confused. He's just like, what's going on? Teresa tells Louis what happened, you know, and, you know, he starts going bananas. He's like, you want to call us losers? We're winners. We're winning. We're winning.
Winner. I'm winning. She's winning.
I'm not even entertaining her. She wants attention.
Producers asked, like, she's like, Teresa, did you know that Jennifer told Danielle the rumor? Teresa's like, yeah.
Jennifer tell you that she told Danielle? Yeah.
At this point, the party is basically a mess. It's a show. And you know, now Jen and Margaret, they're mudslinging.
About everybody. I told her nothing. She couldn't like a bird, Margaret. She is something. You're on her. You don't know how to own your.
And they're over here going crazy. Margaret's like, you know, she hitting the hot button. She's like, that's why your husband cheated on you with the receptionist. And Jen's like, oh my God.
She'll slept with a subordinate and she'll do that. Margaret, no. I dare you.
Just going crazy. I'm like, girl, you cannot let her keep getting you like this. You cannot. You let her hit you every time. So, you know, like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, how the hell did we get here? You know, Jennifer, she gets escorted out downstairs by Bill. Bill's like, you know, baby, I'm sorry for putting you in this. Well, you know, good for, you know, acknowledging.
Nasty person. Oh my God. What the is going on?
Sorry I put you in this situation.
Melissa's over here at Danielle. She's like, good party move, Danielle. Good party move. And Danielle checks her right then and there. She's like, look, don't come at me. She's like, I was over here trying to help you out with good intentions. Don't do that. I'm like, let her know. Melissa had nothing to say. So, you know, Melissa, Margaret, and Danielle, they're outside still going at it. But, you know, Louis now, he's outside and he's low-key taunting Joe.
I called Joe.
It's not gonna connect you.
I called Joe a lot. Yeah, because Bo Deedle knows about everybody in this room.
Why are you looking like that? Your eyes are like, what's the matter? Why?
And, you know, I'm not the biggest Joe fan, or Melissa fan, but literally they were chilling. They was chilling. Like at the end of the day, they were chilling. Nobody was bothering them. Danielle brought Melissa over and, you know, sparked that up. And then you got Louis outside taunting Joe. And it's like he wants something to happen.
Who's he talking to like that? I called your husband. You just said I called your husband. I called you. Yo, hey, back the up. I am.
And Louis starts talking to Melissa. And he's not like cussing, but he's being very much like very aggressive towards Melissa. And Joe, he's like, you know, he gets up and he's telling him, like, don't you be talking to my wife like that, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, Nick's trying to hold him back. He's like, don't hold him back, Nick. Don't hold him back. Don't hold him back. Louis, he goes downstairs and he goes to Teresa. He's like, yeah, you know, Joe just tried to fight me. Melissa just tried to fight me. And I'm just like, how in the fuck?
Stop. Go with Teresa. Talks to a woman like that. Where's Teresa? Joe's trying to fight with me. He's trying to fight with me. Who? Joe.
Did we just antagonize a whole situation and now we're going to go downstairs like they tried to fight me? Girl, you cannot make this up. So Danielle and Margaret, like I said, they on her going one more round.
You know what? You did this, my big, fat, flat ass. You did this. You did this. Your brother doesn't talk to you.
Margaret's like, that's why your brother's done speaking with you. And, you know, Danielle didn't give it that too much. And I'm like, thank God, don't let her see you sweat. Danielle, like I said, Danielle, she good because I would have went low. I'm like, okay, you want to hit low buttons? Let's do it. I would have said, okay,
that's why your kids don't like you. That's why you would never see your kids.
It's bad. I had the Marlo moment. What did Candy say? You go low, I'm gonna go low with you. I'm with Rachel at this point, and she was like, you know, I wouldn't have used this event as the proper time to bring this up. But you know, I feel like the producers knew that she brought up the rumor on camera. They knew that they told Danielle, and the producers probably told Danielle, this is the last day of filming. This is the last day of filming. This is the last event. You're gonna bring this up
Tonight.
So at the end of the day, Dolores was like, look, you know, I'm just happy that everybody is safe and their well-being. I'm just happy that nothing happened. Thank God. So we see all the final cards. It says Danielle still doesn't talk to her brother, child. Rachel adopted Jaden, which I said last episode. Margaret's building her arsenal, and Liz is still staying with her. Basically, it's the next day. Jen goes to see Teresa. Melissa's on the phone with Dolores, and basically, like I said in the beginning of the episode, Melissa's not going to the wedding. They're not going. They don't want to support. They're basically done. And I mean, as it should be. Like, at the end of the day, this is how it should. Like, this is how it should be. I feel like either Melissa or Teresa gotta go, or they gotta get demoted. I don't need to see the brother. I don't need. This storyline is done. We played it out. It has did nothing but ruin lives. Let's be done with it. Like I said, both sides are trying to point the finger, but it's like y'all all are responsible. Period. End of the episode, right? I think Teresa, she's getting ready for her wedding. Melissa's not going to the wedding. Jen is working her marriage, and Dolores is basically looking for a house, about to get engaged. So, but on Watch What Happens Live, why did Teresa give Andy that dang on pizza oven? Because you know that's just gonna start some more mess. Y'all, tell me what you guys think, because if y'all are over here amped up and drained as much as I am, put it down in the comments. Let me know. All right, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.